Good morning, Vincent Meza, Listings to Leads. This is our Get Started call. Before I dive into it, I just want to give you a little high level of what we're doing. We are a real estate advertising platform, been here for 14 years. We're designed to help agents in two states, in two times, right? You either have listings or you don't have listings. And we have tools for you in either case. And whether you want to find more buyer leads and more seller leads, we have tools to help you. These tools are, you can use them in social media. Some of them are completely automatic. You just set it and forget it. Some of them are in print. We have tools to help get those out and make it easy for you. We have tools that you can blast out on your CRM or in your constant contact. And then also we have Google as well. So we have Google software, we have Facebook software. So there are a lot of ways to just turn on automation and have some cool stuff happen. And that gets people excited, right? That gets agents excited. Then there's ways to just run ads on Facebook and get a couple clicks and do it in a couple clicks and get a lot of leads. And that gets a lot of our clients excited too. But I think everybody now knows that there has been a settlement with NAR that's going to have some sort of impact on the industry. It may not change it dramatically, because I know that certain states are already operating in that kind of environment, but it is going to change. And I think one thing that all agents are going to be thinking of is, how do I get more listings? So we are going to talk about that, of all the ways to get listings. But before we get into those nuts and bolts, I want to let you know that there are a number of resources for you, because this is a 1-hour class. I'm grateful that you're here. But there is a lot in our platform. It interacts with multiple CRMs. It interacts with 5 of the top social media companies. We have tools that you can use in your CRM and all kinds of print tools and postcards and QR codes. And that's all not going to be solved in 5 minutes. You're not going to understand it that quickly. And so there are resources for you. And one of them is this mastermind group. It's in Facebook. It is a private group. If you're not in it, you won't be able to find it. You might find another one, because a long time ago we created a mastermind group and it's not this one. But anyway, use the support page inside your account and ask the team to get you into this group. We'll come back and check this out, because there's a few things in here that are topical today. We also have live training classes. We're sitting on a live training class right now. And this is the one that we're doing, Get Started. It must be the 25th of March. Lord. Okay. We also do a Facebook and Google class and top tools to get more listings. Okay. And so you can sign up for all those classes right here on leadgenwebinars.com. And please, I recommend that. I recommend that you do that. Now, every class we do, including the class that we're holding right now, is recorded. And when we record it, we put it here on our YouTube channel. So I'm going to send this to everybody right now. And honestly, you should hold this. And I'm going to say this to you. This will be sent to staff. Oh no, I don't need that sent to staff. Can somebody send me a question so I can respond? Just anything, like a question mark. Because I need to respond to something. There's a place where you can write a question. Yeah, there you go, John. Thank you so much. And send to all. So now I'm sending you this link right here. Okay. And this link is showing this page. And so we do a lot of calls here. And I want to point out what I really think you need to watch. Now, here is top tools for more listings. And we talk about home value ads. And top tools for more listings, I actually recommend you watch 2 or 3 of those calls. I do it every 2 weeks, but I don't say the exact same thing every 2 weeks. And listings are going to be part of your business going forward. You want to definitely make sure you're understanding. So underneath here, it says home value ads. And I go in depth about home value ads, and I talk about the common mistakes and the ways to do it correctly. Down here, I talk about, here's top tools for more listings 2 weeks ago. I talk about PDF guides. So I talk about all these things in every call, but I really go in depth in certain areas, and you want to understand that. Here on Facebook and Google ads right here 10 days ago, customizing And you want to watch this customizing for better lead gen. This is really customizing your leads, your ads on Facebook. So again, the Facebook and Google ads, I really break down in terms of here's what you do to get buyers and here's what you do to get sellers. So definitely get your way to this page and save this and get knowledgeable on that. Okay. Now, when all that is done, I want to remind you inside the GoToMeeting chat panel, if you have that little navigation bar, there's a section called materials. And I really want all of you to open that up. There are 2 documents, and let's look at those real quick. This is top tools for more listings. This is the document that I go through when I do the top tools for more listings class. So I talk about the mail out the nearby homeowner letter, run Facebook ads on pending, under contract, and sold, property valuation page, run ads on that for Facebook and Google, PDF guides. You can see what this is, right? These are the ways to get listings. Most important, down here in advanced, I think everybody needs to get familiar with that. Normally, I would tell you the advanced custom audiencing in Facebook is something that it's advanced. It's not everybody needs to do. But my gut tells me, and I don't know the future of the real estate industry. I know that NAR settlement is going to have an impact. Okay. And that might mean a lot of buyers agents might just disappear and go find another industry. It's probably also going to mean that more agents are going to get more focused on getting more listings. And if you want high quality listing leads from Facebook, you need to build a custom audience for your farm markets. Okay. And I would tell you that's just how it is. And you always should have done it, but I never really recommended it. But because now it's a big deal, we need to do that. This is the other document that you can download, and it's Facebook and Google ads. And this is what I use in my Facebook and Google ads, right? And so these are the things you should be doing on Facebook. Okay. These are the things you should be doing with Google. Google, I will tell you this, Google leads cost more than Facebook leads. They cost more because it's the number 1 website in the country and they can charge more. That's basically it. But it's also important to know that when we capture leads on Facebook, we were not going there looking for real estate information. We're looking at cats and the food that our friends are eating and where they're going on vacation and our grandkids. But Facebook is very powerful. It's the number 3 website in the country. People burn a lot of minutes, 40 minutes every day on average for American adults. So that's why the ads work. It's just, are they the highest quality? And down here at the bottom of Facebook, it says create a custom audience to gather high quality listing leads. Very important. If you're not doing a custom audience, you might not be getting really high quality listing leads from Facebook. And that's why I'm repeating that, because I talk about it in the other PDF as well. Google, however, is the number 1 website in the country, and 86% of all questions start on Google. And those questions, when they're related to real estate, are like, how do I sell my home? What's the cost to sell my home? What are my taxes when I sell? All these kinds of questions. And we have all kinds of tools and keywords to answer that. But those leads, on average, cost around $25 each per lead. Okay. And you may not want to compete there. Maybe you can't afford it, but in the end, you might want to. So anyway, those 2 PDF guides, download those, and let's get into the system. Because now we know that we've got live training on GoToWebinar, we got this mastermind group, and we got all these recorded videos that you can just watch and really get into all the ways that you can leverage our platform. So let's get into the platform. Let's talk about it. The first thing, and I'll tell you this, if you are a new client or if you're thinking about signing up, I recommend you email me, because I have this 5-minute video that I created that is it's a very complete way of setting up your account. Okay. And this is what I mean. When you log into your account, let's just say you go sign up for a trial today, or you log in for the first time today, you're going to be dropped onto like a wizard. Started. It says account setup, and it looks like this, right? And as soon as you drop your credit card, it's going to ask you like, what's your stuff, right? And you just keep going, and it gets you through this. But we keep adding things to our platform so fast that this wizard isn't really complete. It's just not complete. And so this is what I want to make sure so we're just going to go into setup here and I'm going to move fast. My email is vince@listingstoleads.com. I'll send it to everybody right now. And if you want this setup email, just send me a message and say setup video or just whatever, right? Listingstoleads.com. And I'm sending that to everybody now. So when you come to your profile, if you want, there is an alternate email section. So this email primary, that's what we're using. If that, let's say your email is joe@kw.com, right? But your email in your MLS is different because maybe you've been in the industry for a long time. And so your email is joe@aol.com. That's the one in the MLS. Whatever is in this box, we're going to match to. And if you have listings that are active, we will sweep them in automatically. If this is the same email and that box is empty, we're going to look at that first email and we're going to sweep from that. So that's just how the auto sweeping of listings. If you got an assistant or you got a buyer's agent, you can say, hey, send the leads over to them, right? Or send the marketing tools to whoever. You can make those decisions. There's a Canadian version down here. If you're Canadian, right, you're working in Canada, some things are different. You can check that box and that will work there as well, okay? So that's just the page one. Now, branding you want to set up. Get your logo in here, right? If you've got a white logo here, then there's a good time to use those kinds of tools. Meaning there's some tools that use a white logo. They're dark and that's what it is. You see these colors here? If I change this color to that, that's going to flow through here. So that's setting up your colors. You can match your branding. You got your logos. I definitely recommend that you use the lead gen as default. And that's because this view of a single property website, sorry, I didn't mention that. It looks better. It just looks better. That's it. It doesn't capture as many leads as the lead gen one because the lead gen is just loaded with lead gen. There's a luxury theme that you can choose if you're going to go luxury. You can turn on holiday stuff. I also recommend that you choose a kind of a better template for social media sharing. If you click the eyeball, you can see it. I actually like this one. There's 3 pictures. There's your pick and it says just listed, right? There are different templates, but just choose the one you want and save it, right? So that's your branding and that stuff that's going out. Here where it says, now don't forget, we're on the profile. The profile's at the bottom left here. Social media links is where you can put your links and this is when it's follow me on Facebook, right? That kind of thing. There's a lead gen signature. The lead gen signature, it has your client reviews. It has a home valuation page just built in automatically. And you can copy this and embed it in your email. So every time that you send out an email, there's some relevant information. You capture leads with that, right? Also over here is CRM integration. So if you have a CRM and it's from one of these top CRMs, just click on it here, get the key and save it. And then anytime you capture a lead, wherever you capture a lead, it's going to be there, right? Or, I'm sorry, it's going to get dropped into your CRM. If you don't see your CRM, then click on other CRMs. And usually they give you an email address like joe@whatevercrm.com. It's unique only to you. It's not your working email address. It's not the one you use every day. It's only given in. Usually they're weird looking. I can just tell you that. Put it in here. You just need one and save it. And that will tell us anytime we get a lead, send it there and they'll drop it in your CRM. If your company is not on this list and they don't have a lead forwarding, you might want to find another CRM because that sounds pretty old. Auto posting is very important. You need to click in here. It's going to take you to Facebook and it's going to say, is this you? Is this you? Whatever your name is. And you click yes. And when you click yes, the second page will be what business pages do you want? And you choose your real estate business pages. This is Twitter or X. This is LinkedIn. And this is Instagram. And so just click through. And also Google Business, if you have a Google Business page, having our auto posting there actually increases the SEO of that page. So that's good for you. Definitely turn that on. Now, over here, listings, this should be automatically on, which means when your listing hits, we're going to auto post it to your socials, the socials that you just connected on the previous page. If you want our free home value landing page going out, turn it on here, tell us how often here, and save. Down payer assistance, same thing. Turn it on, save. And new construction, if you want a new construction page, you can do that, tell us how often, and save, right? So that's everything you set up on the profile. If we move up here, there's a section here called lead links. And this is actually really useful if you have a good website, okay? And what I mean by that is if I land on your website, am I going to look at 3 or 5 or 10 properties and then your websites will tell me, hey, you got to register to continue. If it does that, then you want to create a link that says whatever your favorite town is, right? And you can say Dallas homes for sale, point it to your property search page and check that box. So that will be a default link on your area. Now, you might also, let's just say Dallas was your like 80% of your business. You want to put a line like this, Dallas homes under whatever the big price point is, right? Let's say 700K, right? Because if I'm looking at your home, and I'll show you later where these lead leaks sit. If I'm looking at something, one of your tools created by us, and I don't really need that, but homes under 700K are just flying off the shelves in Dallas, then you want to point that to your website. Only if your website is going to convert the traffic. If not, don't waste your time on this. Okay. But that's lead links. And we keep moving up. What else do we need to turn on? Text IVR is something that this is dial this number to that number, and you will get, then you get an instant automated message about the home. You, the agent, get a lead with a phone number. And I definitely recommend this because I think converting leads with phone numbers is better than converting leads with email addresses. Refer and earn, you can, if you're sharing this, you can tell people, hey, go sign up. These guys are great. Your leads are here, right? And your leads are wherever you're capturing, they're sending them right here. And I want to point out, we're actually building out this page to look and act like a CRM. And I say that loosely. Our view on a CRM is that, CRMs do just so much that most agents don't even know how to use it, right? They pay for it. They don't even know how to use it. Many agents don't even know how to turn on the drip campaigns. But for us, we feel like, or at least I feel like, when you have a list of leads, you want to know who's going to buy something, where am I going to earn some money? So if you click on view details, what's the problem here? It's taking a while. It's going to show you where this lead came from. It's going to show you what they're looking at, right? So we have right here, it's telling us where the lead came from. It'll give us a little information. It's also, if you've turned on our drip campaigns, it's going to tell you what they're looking at, what they've opened. And that is always an indicator of just interest. And what I'm talking about with drip campaigns, and by the way, just to finish on this leads page, as we build this out, we're going to have filters so you can see like your top 10 buyer leads, your top 10 seller leads, and just the people that you need to call, because you still need to call your leads and touch base or send a message, things like that. So we're going to make this very workable for people to help them convert. The next going up the list is follow-ups, and follow-ups are drip campaigns. And we've created these drip campaigns in-house. We integrate a lot of our tools, which we'll be looking at as we go forward here. We have drip campaigns in English for buyers, for sellers, and in Spanish for buyers and sellers. I recommend that you try these out because most drip campaigns from the top CRMs, if you turn them on, all you've really done is check the box that I have drip campaigns going, right? And you need to have drip campaigns going. But what they are not doing is converting your leads, right? That's really the point of having it, is to convert those and help you convert them. Our drip campaigns, I know because we have trainers from some of the top CRMs, have told us we have a higher open rate than theirs. And we also know that these are actually closing appointments because what we're integrating in these drip campaigns is useful tools. And it's just getting those people closer to making a move. I've moved up my list here to client reviews. We create a client review website for each and every one of you. Guess what? This thing captures leads as well, right? There's a nice little snazzy video. You scroll down, here are your reviews. You keep going down. There's a little marketing story of, hey, here's how I market your homes to get them sold. And yeah, they're talking about our tools. They're not mentioning listings to lead, but it's all the automation that we're doing. Definitely helpful. You can snap in a tutorial on this page if you want. The PDF guides, we're going to look at those in a minute. There are 40 of these for home buyers. There are 40 of them for home sellers. They can download them for free right off of this page. They just got to give you their contact information. If you keep scrolling down, you're going to see that there are all your properties that are in your account. And this is our lead gen single property website. You see these links, Folsom Homes for Sale and Folsom Down Payment Assistance. These are the lead links that we were talking about earlier, right? Where you set up the lead links, and now that page isn't working, but that should be to an active kind of, what do you call it? An active landing page or an active website, right? But those are lead links. Now, see this thing that pops up here automatically? When I click continue with Facebook, it's going to grab my name and email and deliver it to you, right? That's what it's doing. So that is a single property website. Those are all your listings, even if they're sold. Let's see if we got one here that's sold. We don't. Yeah, here are pending and sold. When we have tools going out for pending or sold properties, it's going to have the call to action is offering to get a free home value. Okay. And because you can't buy a home that's sold, right? Marketing our homes when they are later stage is going to get you more listings. Okay. So anyway, that what we're looking at here is just the client review webpage. Come here to client reviews, add your reviews here manually or import them here from Zillow's, Google, or testimonials tree. Okay. If we keep going up the page, you definitely want to go to landing pages. And for each of you, you get unlimited landing pages. Okay. And I want you to think about this. You have farm markets. Most of you are working in multiple cities, right? Maybe one city, but usually multiple cities. Oh, let's see. I got a bunch of questions. Sorry, guys. Let me answer this. Let me just take a break and answer. I just saw a bunch of questions. I had the button in the wrong place. Do you have a class on Facebook? Yes, I do have a class on Facebook. And if you go to our YouTube channel, you will see that I record every class. And it's called Facebook and Google Advertising. And also, Julie, inside the materials tab, inside this GoToMeeting panel, this little toolbar, is a section that says materials. And you can download the Facebook and Google ad flyer and top tools for more listings. So definitely do that, Julie, because that's the outline of that class of everything that you need to do. And let's not forget, lead gen webinars is, I'll send this to everybody right now. This is where you sign up for the live classes if you want to ask questions, right? So I'm going to send this to everybody right now, webinars.com. You don't have to be a client to attend these classes. You can actually just come. Yeah. Do I talk about stories and reels? A little bit. I'll talk about stories and reels. We'll get to that in a minute when we talk about short form video. I am new to your current subscriber. Celeste is a current subscriber, wondering if you can direct me to the videos. Yeah, I've just been talking to that right now, Celeste. Get on those videos that I just mentioned. What goes on lead forwarding email? It's an email from your CRM. Okay. Is there a bigger screen available? I think you need to expand the screen. I think for everybody, Celeste, they're looking at this in a full screen mode. Okay. So anyway, sorry about that, guys. I just saw I had a button set in the wrong place, and there we go. We need to answer this question. So where were we? We were talking about landing pages. And I think everybody needs to really get focused on getting more listings and really, Jan, we'll talk about rentals when we talk about getting your listings in here. We're going to get there soon. If you don't have listings, and even if you do have listings, you still need landing pages, and you each get unlimited landing pages. So you click on the green button And we have templates. Property Valuation Plus is the instant home value. iBuyers is for iBuyers. FSBOs is what you send out to people who are thinking of selling their own home, right? Why would you do that? Because you're going to give them free marketing tools. They're going to get tired of the process and ideally give that listing to you, right? You're starting the conversation. Expired listings, avoid foreclosure, nearby sold homes. You can do custom landing pages for buyers or for sellers, empty nesters, growing families. All this, you should have those tools for every city that you're thinking of building your business in. That's just what it is. So definitely create your home value to create a home value page. And you should always create one just to get started. Just type in the name of your favorite town, right? And click the green button, and that's going to create the landing page. Okay. That is for whatever, buyers or sellers or instant home values or whatever. You get these, you get free home values, down payer assistance, and you get new construction. These three are just sitting here automatically. You see how cool this one looks, this free home values? Yours is not going to look like that. This is something that Scott went and put some picture, and that's cool, but that's not what it looks like. The default free home values page looks, let me see if I can find an example. And it's important because if it doesn't look like your market, you may want to update it. You may want to change it. And I can't find it, so I don't want to waste a bunch of time. It's basically a suburban driveway street, right? A bunch of homes on a street. This is it. This is what it looks like right here. Your free home value page has that background picture in it. And if that doesn't look like your neighborhood, go to your page and click edit and put in a picture of something that looks like your area. Okay, so that's landing page section. Let's jump up to PDF guides. And we don't have to really set up PDF guides, but I want you to understand that there are 80 PDF guides. And when you set your picture on the profile and you put your logo and you put your colors, all those things are going to transfer to every page of every one of these guides. Okay. There are 40 for home buyers. There are 40 for home sellers. If you click market, you're going to find that you can run an ad on Facebook. You can run an ad on Google. You can share it to your social media one by one. There are 80 of them. You can do them one by one. Or you can do e-flyers for your database. So copy the flyer and blast it out on your CRM so that people can download these. Print flyers, postcards, and door hangers. All of these options capture leads. You should be, if you've got a CRM with more than 100 people in it, you should be sending one of these out every week. Just copy it right here from the e-flyer from the database and blast it out. Now, somebody was asking about reels and stories. Whenever you see the word short form video script, that is a script. In this case, it's to talk about divorce and real estate and why you should download that report. Over here, this short form video script is about how to avoid foreclosure and why you should download that report. So if you want to do a short video for YouTube, for Instagram, for TikTok, we're giving you the script every time you see the words short form video script. Okay. How do we restart Facebook ads once the campaign is ended? Save that question, Janet. We're going to go talk about Facebook ads soon. We've just been talking about PDF guides. Let's talk about this tab here that says social content, where this has to be set up. We're still in setup, guys. Okay. Now, when you come here the first time, it's going to tell you connect to your social media accounts. Okay. And you connect to your social media accounts. And I know that at this point, you've already connected to your social media accounts. Guess what? You got to do it again. Then you tell us how many days a week do you want us to post. Then you choose the topics. And remember how I said you could post those PDF guides one by one throughout the year? If you check these two boxes, we will do it for you automatically and put a landing page behind it. So if people want to download these in English or in Spanish, they can do it for free as long as they give you the contact information. If you're in Canada, Canadian holidays. Otherwise, you've got these other holidays. There's all kinds of home design sections here. If you're one of those realtors that can't sleep, click the eyeball and read all of the articles. They're really cool. They're conversational. They're not deep, heavy reads. But if you are a good sleeper, just turn the thing on. And I don't recommend you turn on all 45 or 54 or whatever is in here pick a few of these in the home design section. Definitely get the PDF guides going. There's some outdoor living stuff. This is really cool. There's even some fun things and meme stuff. Turn on a few of these. Don't turn them all on because you'll be overwhelmed by all the messages that you're getting. That's social content. PDF guides. Let's talk about listings. And there was a question about my Facebook page will not let me create ads. Oh, do I need to create a new Facebook page? I don't know about that. I think if your Facebook page is locking you out, you need to email Facebook and ask them what is going on. Can you fix it? If you create a new Facebook business page, it doesn't typically, sometimes it won't work. It just because Facebook knows you are you and they may think you're trying to spam and whatever. And so sometimes I think if you got a page that's locked up, email Facebook support and get their help. Who should I talk to about this? About what, Jan? How do I find out if Google is charging me correctly? They say I owe $500, but I don't know what they are for. There was a campaign of some kind of store over, so they're preventing me from doing ads. Yeah, that Google ads question, I don't know, but I will say this Facebook has a lot of spam and scam emails. They're called phishing emails. They send you things that look like they are real, basically because they want you to log in and fix the problem that they're giving you. And when you log in, they have your name and email, or they have your login codes, and they log in and just take over and start scamming you. I don't know, Jan, what that is. You're saying getting a message from Google. You want to hover over where that's going. If that doesn't look official, just, phishing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, got it. Okay. How do I find out if they're charging me correctly? Jan, are you running ads through our platform on Google? If you are, you can ask our support team to look at that, and we should be able to see from our side what's going on. You did last year. So are you running ads in Google right now and you're wondering what they're charging you? Yeah. Because if you're doing it on your own inside Google, my support team can't help you. If you've done it in our system, our support team should be able to help you. Okay, so we're on listings. And earlier I told you that we'll auto sweep your listings from your email address, your MLS email. Okay. They keep charging my credit card from last year. You might want to ping support, and you might want to make sure that you go to your profile. If you go to your profile and go to plans, there is a Google section. You will be able to cancel your Google ads, but we should only be charging you $30 a month. That's what the Google software costs. And everybody, I'll show you what I'm talking about in a little bit. Let's focus on listings. If you have your own listings, they should be auto swept here. If our system isn't auto sweeping them, you can grab a listing by just putting in the zip code and the MLS ID. And a lot of our clients do this if they don't have their own listings. Maybe they've talked to a colleague and they're like, hey, can I borrow a listing and advertise it and get you some buyer leads? And they might say yes. A lot of offices like EXP is this part of their culture. Keller Williams is part of their culture. You got to talk to the manager. And they're like, any listing that's in our office, it's for you to use. So you can do that. A lot of agents are sitting on an open house for another agent. Definitely pull that listing in and get these tools out there, right? I have an open house here. Let's click on it and let's look at it. These are all the things that we're doing automatically. A stack of these tools get emailed to you from in your email. You can work from your email. But let's go look here. Facebook and Instagram ads. You click on that button and the first step is connecting your Facebook ad account. You just click here and boom, you can run ads. It won't say the best listing. It'll say your business page, you, the Rockstar Realtor. It's all pre-written. If you've got our text code that I mentioned earlier, it will be in the ad. If it's going to do a 15-mile radius, I don't know where you live. Maybe 40-mile radius is good. Maybe you're in a southern state, right? And you like to market your warm condos to people who live in snowy Chicago or New York or wherever. You do it just like that. If you're trying to get buyer leads, it's a $35 ad for 7 days. Buyer leads on Facebook, and let me speak. I'll slow down a little bit here. This is pay-per-click advertising. So every lead that you get costs money. On average, a buyer lead on Facebook costs $3. So if you're running a $35 ad, you divide 3 into that, and you could expect about 11 leads with name, email, and phone number. You want to use our lead ad software. It's automatic default right here. You're going to get leads 11 with name, email, and phone number. Just click create ad. You're done. Okay. Social media post. A post kind of looks like an ad, but it's free. I know many agents, many of you guys out there I see you sharing really colorful, cool things on social media. You know what's missing? Your lead gen. There's literally no lead gen. It's just colorful stuff. You learned how to copy and paste, which is awesome. But if you have our system turn on auto posting on the profile, which is what we talked about in the beginning, we will auto post a post that goes here to your social media accounts. You can see this is on Facebook. All that text is pre-written. That picture is pre-written. If anybody is interested and they click on it, we're going to drive them to a page that if I click on that Facebook button, it's going to capture a lead for me, right? So this is automated posting that you don't have to touch. You just got to connect it, right? And it's got a landing page so you can get free leads on it, right? And we have tools here for the seller social media. I definitely recommend that you use the tools for Facebook. Here's the thing, guys, and I'm going to sound like a broken record. You're going to want more listings in your future. And referrals are a better way of getting listings than capturing leads, right? They just are. Use the seller social media tool and you're going to get leads that are a lot more like a referral. See another question here. Can you take a social media post and send it to stories? I don't know. I really don't know that. Maybe. I just don't know. That's the Facebook thing. I haven't heard of that one. Madeline has something weird here. Is there a way to add a QR code to a flyer and hand out? Yes. Yes. It says sellers market in mentor. Yeah. Yeah. We're not there yet, but actually, Madeline, remind me, we actually have on the landing page section a piece of a flyer that has a QR code and it says, go here and go get your free home value. Yeah, definitely we have that. I forgot to mention it, but yeah, that's right. So this is share on social media for your seller. This is the nearby homeowner letter. If you can remember anything, this is the number one tool for getting listing leads that turn into listing contracts. Okay. And I got a lot of ways of getting listing leads, a lot of tools. This does not generate 20 or 50 leads at a time. If you mail 100, you might get 1 or 5. But these leads convert the fastest into a listing contract. So you want to make sure you're getting this out into the market. Our best clients, the people that get the most value, they mail this out either twice per month to a group of people that have equity. Okay. You can buy that list. And if you're writing anything down, please write this down. If you want to have listings, you need to go find listsource.com and buy a list of homeowners with more than 5 years equity in every one of your farm markets. Just start with one farm market. Or you can buy it from remind.com or RedX, and even your title partners have this. You want to have name, phone, and email and address. And you can then start mailing this letter, which I think we were looking at. I'll pull it up one more time. Every 2 weeks to that group, right? You're going to mail them out in groups of 100. That can cost anywhere from $100 to $200, right? To mail that out. If you have express copy, you can connect it and they'll do it all for you, right? I'm going to show this to you right now. Express copy is great. We launched this partnership not for any financial kickback, but to make it easy to get our number one tool in front of people. Now, remember I said you can buy your list so you can mail it to your list. But if you don't have a list, you can say, hey, express copy, mail this to all homeowners that have equity more than 6 years and do it in a 1 or 2 mile radius and send out 100 copies, bang, $185. They'll fold it, they'll stuff it, they'll mail it to all the right people. $1.85 per deal, per letter. This is our mastermind group. I mentioned it earlier. you should be writing down these three names: Pat Motley, Chris Winstead, and Dustin Fox, and Alicia Pless. These people have all used our nearby homeowner letter and listing after listing. Even these guys have gone from like rookie to rock star in large offices, and other agents have used the same letter, moved from one state to the next, and have been so successful that they've created their own real estate office. Pat has a story right here. She's using the nearby homeowner letter. She prints out 100. She prints on the back to make it look like an envelope. She handwrites things, and you can see it looks like it's just made for the neighborhood. She mails 100 out in just listed, and she mails another 100 out when it's just sold. Same property, 200 pieces of mail, 4 hours time, 8 people, 4 owners on the first 100 and 4 owners on the second 100 have called her. They want to sell their home this year on one house. Okay. 200 pieces of mail. More work there than using express copy. Probably better results. Okay. That's what it looks like to me. Let's see here. How do you address stickers? Yeah, that's actually, Julie, that might be your printer. You might have some software that does that. Handwritten, you're writing it by hand, right? It outperforms anything that's printed. Seller social media post and e-flyer for sellers not activated. So Letty, you have grabbed a listing that is not, you check the box, it's not yours. And if you remember on the listings page, when you grab a listing, if it's not yours, we don't give you the print tools because it is yours. So you need to re-grab it. Or upload the photographs, Letty, and then all those tools will be there. If it's not yours, you check the wrong box. It's usually one of the first MLS rules that you should not be using print tools for photos that are not yours. And that's why you have that problem. The ones that are handwritten are literally handwritten. There was no computer that did that, Julie. Okay. So that's a nearby homeowner letter. You absolutely got to get your arms around that. E-flyer for your database. Again, if you have more than 100 or 200 people, get this out once a week. Whenever you see the words e-flyer for your database, get it out. This one is about an open house. So if you click on the pictures of those links, you're going to become a buyer lead. Every e-flyer for a property is always going to say that's going to affect your home value. And you know what happens if you go there, you're going to become a seller lead, right? Short form video scripts to talk about your open house for the question about reels and Instagram and video and YouTube shorts. This is download it, read it a few times, whip out your smartphone and read it and knock it out. We create single property web virtual tours. Here's a pro tip for our virtual tours. Use our lead gen virtual tours. If you're from Keller Williams, drop this link in KWLS and they'll syndicate this out everywhere. And as you can see, there's all kinds of lead capture, right? If you're from any of the Realogy brands, drop it in Snap and they will also syndicate it out. So definitely use that. There's a whole open house marketing toolkit. Mobile optimized, captures leads. Definitely use our try to market your open house for 5 to 7 days. You'll find that you can get, we've got clients getting 50 plus leads, even 80 plus leads. So use all the tools. Listing flyer. Some of these have QR codes. Some of them do not. Use the one that you want. Postcards and door hangers. I think some of these even have QR codes. Yeah, there's QR code there on the back, right? So you can do that as well. These are, there you go. Sign writers, if you're using our text code, I definitely recommend that. Blog post, even the blog posts capture leads, right? Here's a QR code here. This is QR codes designed for the listing though, okay? And earlier there was a question about, hey, what if I want to create a landing page about a town to get your free home value? And that would be Property Valuation Plus that you would create. And actually, I have one here for Roseville. Under every Property Valuation Plus, if you click Edit and Tools, in the advanced options, right down here is print marketing. And here, I don't think we have QR codes in there. You can add it because I think somewhere the QR code is here. So you can get it and you can put it in that flyer. We should really add that. I think the postcards have QR codes. So you can just scan that and get your home value, right? One-sided postcard right there. Door hangers, same thing. We got the link, but we don't have the QR code there. So I'll see if we can get that added. So that is the listing marketing, and everything all kind of gets to running ads. So let's talk ads. Now I showed you how can we print? Yes, you can print the door hangers, not through our system, but you can use express copy, right? But normally our clients download the design and they send it to their own printer, and that's how you do it, right? Express copy, mail it for you, right? They'll mail it. If you're doing anything for sold, they'll mail it to that target audience of people within a radius of with 6 years plus equity. Now, here is how the Facebook software. You can create a listing ad. You can do it on the listings page. I want to point out for everybody on this call, if you're using Facebook, leave it on lead ads. Traffic ads, if you feel like you do a traffic ad, email me first, because most of you, if you do lead ads, you're going to get name, email, and phone number pre-populated. If you send it to a landing page, I can pretty much guarantee you're not getting the name, email, and phone number. When you ask somebody to type it in, they're like, no way. When you ask somebody that it's pre-populated from Facebook, they're like, yeah, there, you got it, take it. That's why we use lead ads, because you can get your leads with name, email, and phone number pre-populated from profiles. This is a sold ad. Okay, this is a sold ad. This gets seller leads. You can do an ad on an open house or on something else. It's going to get buyer leads. But when you run ads like this, boom, you just publish. It's that easy. You're going to get late leads with name, email, and phone number. You can run ads on properties that are pending. You're going to get really cheap, low cost leads. Let's see. I have done ads, but the numbers are not always correct. They don't have to be correct. It's not like the law. But if you ever get locked out of your Facebook account and they say, we're going to send a number to your phone and you have the wrong number, you're going to be locked out. So I've heard that those numbers are correct 75 to 80% of the time. I even heard 90% of the time. But are they all correct? Probably not. But that's what's going on. Okay. I hope everybody understands that. Also, you can run ads. Remember we were talking about the PDF guides? And I said that there are 80 and 40 of them are for buyers and 40 of them are for sellers. If you don't have listings, you can run ads with PDF guides. On the seller side, these leads are more expensive. They're about $10 each. So let's say we want to do divorce and real estate. You just click create an ad. Leave it on lead ads so we get our leads pre-populated with name, email, and phone number. Then you do have to type in the town, right? So I'm going to say Concord, California. And boom, $50 ad. These leads often cost $10 each. So divide 10 into 50, expect 5 leads. Just click publish. They can download it as soon as they give you their contact information. You can also run an ad on a landing page. Now, I'm going to tell you this just because I know that agents love to do this. And I'm going to go lead ads here, create ad. There's a problem with this. And we're running at the top end of the end of our hour. So if you use the default settings of our platform and you run a home value ad and you say, yeah, I'm going to do it for Concord because that's an area I'm building, you can especially Concord, you're going to be wasting your time and money. And that's because there is not much targeting in Facebook. And that's why at the beginning of the call, I talked so much about creating custom audiences and custom lists so that you're not targeting here in this location. You're targeting down here with custom audience, and you're going to type in whatever the name of your list is, right? Concord homeowners, Tampa homeowners, Miami homeowners, Chicago homeowners, right? You buy that list from whoever, and if those people are on Facebook and they've got equity, because you know they do, because that's how you bought it, this ad will show up in front of them. This is a much better way to target, okay? You can also, so that's what you can do with Facebook. You can run listing ads, PDF guides. Custom ads, honestly, I don't recommend any of you do a custom ad unless you really know a lot about Facebook, and most of you don't. Google is the #1 website in the country. I recommend running landing page ads and running PDF guide ads. The PDF guides just focus on sellers for Google, just listing leads, not buyer leads. You want buyer leads, use Facebook. And I got a landing page for Atlanta. Create ad. And so what do I want to do? I want to type in Atlanta. I don't know if any of you have ever written an ad on Google. It's hideous. It's even worse than Facebook, and Facebook's pretty bad. If you're doing it in our system, we've made it easy. So here, it's like a $50 a day budget. So it's not for everybody. Seller leads on Facebook cost on average $25 each. So if you got a $50 ad, you're going to get 2 leads a day. This is what it looks like. You can click view link just because you want to look at it. That's the landing page we're sending it to, which we created in listings to leads. If you want to learn about Google, click advanced options. This is all the stuff we're doing automatically for you, because if you wanted to go do this yourself in Google, you would have to do it yourself. And I'm not going to explain everything that's going on here because really, I don't recommend doing it yourself. I recommend taking our upcharge and running an ad. It's $30 a month just to use this software. Do landing page ads, do PDF guides for Google. It's the #1 website in the country. 86% of all questions operate there. You can get cheaper leads on Facebook, but you definitely want to be getting that custom audience going. Are there any questions? We got a few more minutes. Are there any questions about anything left in the system? I've been going pretty fast. There's a lot to focus on here. I want to remind you while we're waiting for questions that you need to get to our YouTube channel. We've just done the get started call. It's going to be here on this page in the next either today or tomorrow. And I do top tools for more listings. If you guys got on the call, don't forget, if you got here late, go to the materials section and download the 2 documents that are part of this call. One is top tools for more listings, and the other is Facebook and Google ads. I would recommend, so I know that often people say I sound like a robot, but I don't actually say the same thing every time I get on this call. And you want to definitely, if you want listings to be part of your business, and after July 1st, I think everybody's going to want to make sure that is part of their business. You want to watch probably 2 or 3 versions of my top tools for more listings class and my Facebook and Google ads. They're put in here. The more recent ones are on the top, the last top tools. And because underneath it tells you what I'm focusing on: home value ads, PDF guides, right? So I really drilled down on stuff on these calls, but not everything. Let's see here. Would you mind going over how to set up a custom audience one more time? Yeah. First, you got to buy the list. Click here where it says create audience. Name it what you want to name it. It's got to be it's got to be a minimum of 1,000 leads. And you got to use this format. This is the most important thing. When you buy that list, it could have 20 rows, 20 columns of data. You need to save it and then save a new copy and just get it down to these 4 columns. If it's not looking like that, it's not going to work. When you upload it, import it, it's going to live in your Facebook account. And if you believe, like I believe, that listings are going to be important in the real estate business going forward, you want to do that. That alone is going to save you that's just going to help your business, because even if you're not working with us, you can still use those custom audiences because they'll be living in your Facebook account. And those are the farm markets that you want in your business, right? That shouldn't change unless you move, right? So that's custom audiences. And that is all covered on my Facebook classes right here, customizing for better lead gen. I cover it. I have more time. I missed the 2 downloads. I didn't discuss rentals, so let's discuss that. If you go into the GoToMeeting chat panel and it says more, it says materials. Go to materials and download that. Let's talk about rentals. And I'm sorry I didn't talk about that. The rentals will be in listings. We may not sweep that rental listing automatically. And that means that you would do it manually here. And so if it does sweep automatically, great. but if not, you can't grab it. So you might have to pull it in. And where it says status, you want to say it's for lease or short-term rental, right? Or rent to own, right? Whatever. It's like that. And then you put it in. And then once that's done, all of the marketing tools that we look at, all the ad creation, the flyers, the social media auto posting, that's all going to happen. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah. So you got the downloads, running a PDF ad and gotten a notice that divorce is running, but has not generated any leads in the last 2 days. Should I let it run its course? Did you run it on Facebook and it hasn't generated? Yeah, I don't know. You could let it run a little bit longer. That's running the ad can sound great, right? Let me go over here. And so this gentleman is saying he's run an ad on the divorce deal. Not everybody, it's sometimes it's like running a new construction ad. If you're looking at how many people want to buy a home, there might be 100 people. Of that 100 people, one is really focused on new construction, maybe two. Similarly, you're shooting after a small subsegment of your market when you're talking about divorce, right? You could do it. You could leave it, because if you're not getting leads, you're not wasting the money, kind of thing, I think. But I will tell you this, I really recommend, I really recommend Google for that. And I'm going to show you why. Because that's a seller lead. And when people go to, let's see, where is that divorce PDF guide? Let's see here. When people are facing a divorce, which is a hard time, they're going to have questions, right? They're not going to go to Facebook and ask those questions. That's just not what's going to happen. It's going to be where you see we got all kind of right here. So but what's going to happen is, let's click here. Let's just say I live in Tampa, right? And I say, hey, I want to target people that live in Tampa. Ad. When you click on advanced options, you see all the keywords that are automatically there. It's like just the word divorce. So what if somebody goes to Google and types in divorce attorney? Your ad could very well show up. And they may not have been thinking about their property. They were thinking, I need to talk to an attorney, right? That's why Google can be more, because people are asking questions on Google. On Facebook, we're looking at all kinds of stuff. Here's a good question. Same thing on divorce. I have 40 clicks, no leads. So Letty, what was that, a Google ad or a YouTube ad? Or not a YouTube ad, Facebook ad. 40 clicks and no leads. That sounds like a Google ad to me. Facebook, 40 clicks and no leads. Did you run a lead ad or a traffic ad, Letty? What about the address of the property? The address of the property. What is that question referring to, Julie? What is the address of the property? And for everybody else, we're beyond time. Okay, Facebook. So yeah, we recommend you turned off this ad and create a new one. Yeah, I actually recommend that one. What I actually had a client emailing me over the weekend, texting me over the weekend saying, I run an ad and it's not working. I'm getting 0 results. What do you think? And I said, turn off the ad. Let's go over there and look. So let's go to ads. If you got an ad that's not performing, like this one here, it says 0 and 0. You got money going, just turn it off and restart. Sometimes there's just a glitch in the system. It's here on Facebook and it's just not working. And that lady had an open house running this weekend, and I was like, turn it off. And she thought, turn it off and turn it back on. No, turn it off and start over. That's what I recommend. Now, Jack, you're doing divorce and real estate on Facebook. It may not be enough people willing to download that, right? Also, Facebook, Google is silly, but if you're getting a divorce, you probably live in a home person you're going to divorce. Do you want to be downloading stuff like that on that computer? I don't know. That's a human nature question. You showed email, phone. Yes. What about the property address that it's owned? Julie, that's a good question. So when we're running an ad through Facebook and we're getting buyer and sellers, and we want to do an ad on our favorite town, right? And we want lead ads because we want name, email, and phone number. Julie is asking, what about the address? We don't get the address because Facebook's not going to give you the address, but we're giving you the name, email, and phone number. We recommend that you text them and say, hey, I see you wanted your home, get your address and let me get that for you. And then you drop all that information in the landing page for that town. They're going to get emailed that. Okay. They're going to get that instant valuation. No. Oh, on the list where you buy the list. What about what's that question? And they give you, when you buy the list, they're going to give you the address. Can you repeat one more time why we don't have to create an ad automatically from a landing page? Can you repeat one more time why we don't have to create an ad automatically from the landing page? I don't quite understand that. What kind of budget do you recommend? Yeah, good question. Actually, I should have mentioned this earlier. I actually had a conversation with a longtime realtor, and I had that budget question. We had a real dialogue here. Okay. So I want to speak to you about that as well. I've talked about print tools, and I've talked about ads, Facebook ads, and Google ads. And I'm going to tell them this, and you can scale it down to meet your business, but at least you'll have some number. I said, look, you should do 2 mailings every day. I'm sorry, every month to 100 people each of the nearby homeowner letter or the home value sold. So on the back of every landing page is that piece of paper. If you use express copy, it costs $185 per 100. So just think of it as $400 for 200 pieces of mail. I showed you in our mastermind group that Pat does it cheap, right? But she's handwriting it. But if it's $400 a month for 200 pieces of mail to go out, that's the cost. I said, have another $200 a month for Facebook for running ads for buyers. Facebook leads cost about $7 each on average in the United States. That means if you're spending $200, you could expect around 70 leads, and converting a 1 out of 70 leads makes sense to me. That's like a real kind of number, right? Then, so that's 400 for print, 200 for Facebook buyer leads. That leaves you another 400 that I would put probably on Facebook and run ads there to get seller lead. Think of your average cost is $7. So 7 into 4, maybe that's 60 leads a month from Facebook. Once you get good at that, then you want to have 100 or 500 for Google, right? If I'm talking to a brand new agent, I tell you minimum $200 a month ad spend on Facebook. Mix it up, $50 a week on ads. Do buyer leads one week, seller leads the other week. Your business page will be seen minimum 10,000 times a month. You'll also capture somewhere from 50 to 150 leads based on what kinds of ads you're running. So that's my stories, guys. That's the story. Get in our YouTube channel, learn how to use this. It's going to help your business. And lean on our support team. They are awesome. And this call is being recorded. It's going to be in the mastermind group and on this page later today or tomorrow. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for the questions. Have a great week, everybody.